Hi students, my name is Nitesh Shet. I am from Anara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 10th standard, that is coordinate geometry. In coordinate geometry we discussed about distance formula, section formula and some of the problems based on section formula. So let us take some of the more problems based on section formula. Yes, the first problem tells us that it's a fourth problem. So if the points a of 6, 1, B of 8, 2, C of 9, 4 and D of P, 3 are the vertices of the parallelogram taken in order. Find the value of P. So that means here it is a parallelogram, here it is a diagonals. So we have to know about all the property of diagonals. From that properties we have to do this problem. Here we have to find the value of P. So here it is easy to take the distance formula and section formula. So here just observe there is no any sections here. So there is no any sections. So where we have to find the sections here. So just observe the diagonals. Here this point here in this point. So this line divides these two lines. This line BD. AC divides BD into two parts and BD divides AC into two parts. So that means here when we are taking the diagonals are bisect each other. The diagonals are bisect each other. That means when we are taking the coordinates of this point. So from both the point the coordinates are same. The coordinate of a single point is always same. There is no any changes. So when we are taking the midpoint of AC and the midpoint of BD, so that one is always same. Here in this case, the midpoint of AC, it is midpoint of AC. This point is a midpoint for AC, also midpoint for BD. So for one point, the coordinate is always same. There is no any change at all. Here in this case, so we have to find out this coordinate and then we can easily find out the value of P here. So from this section formula, so also in that case when the M1 is equal to M2, then it is converted into midpoint. So when we are taking the midpoint formula, it is very easy to take the coordinates. So that means here in this case we have to take midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. That is midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. So it is also easy to when we taking the distance formula. So when PD CD distance formula. But here the fact is we don't know about CD. So that's why we can't take it as a distance formula. We can't prove that we can't find out with the distance formula. It is very easy to find out the midpoint formula. From the midpoint formula we can easily calculate P here. So here just observe midpoint of AC. So what is the midpoint formula? So midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Here it is also x1 plus x2 by 2. So I will take this as x3 and x4. x3 plus x4 by 2 and y3 plus y4 by 2. Just observe here AC. So it means x1, x2, y1, y2. x1, y1, x2, y2. Then here it's x3, y3 and x4, y4. So remember that here it is x1, y1, x2, y2. So let us take x1, y1 and here it is x2, y2, then x3, y3. So it's a rough it is, and x4, y4. You can write it in a pencil. So when we are in the examination, we have to write it in a pencil. After that, we have to rub. Okay. So let us remind that one. Yes. So after that, we have to insert all the values. x1 6, x2 9. So 6 plus 9 divided by 2. Then y1 plus y2. 1 plus 4 by 2. 1 plus 4 divided by 2 is equal. Then x3 plus x4. 8 plus P by 2. 8 plus P by 2, comma. Then y3 plus y4. 2 plus 3 by 2. 2 plus 3 by 2. Here. 6 plus 9 by 2 means it's a 15 by 2, comma. So here it is 5 by 2, 4 plus 1 is 5. Here 8 plus p by 2, here 5 by 2. So just observe those two coordinates. Here 5 by 2 is common, here 5 by 2 is common. But the thing is, here 15 by 2, here 8p by 2. So let us take those two only. So because we have to find out p here. So from these two we can write 15 by 2 is equal to 8 plus p by 2. We can cancel out 2 here. 15 is equal to 8 plus p. Then I will take here p is equal to, I will transpose 8 to the LHS side, it becomes 15 minus 8, then p is equal to 7. So p is equal to 7 is the answer. Here it is, we have found out from the midpoint formula. So from the midpoint formula we calculated the result. So this is also a part of the section formula. So let us move on to the next question. Yes, the next problem tells us that p of 2 minus 3 is the midpoint of the part of the line between x and y axis. Then find the coordinates of the x and y axis. So that means here, just observe the figure here. So here I am taking a line here. So here p of 2 minus 3 is the midpoint of this line when it touches the x axis and it touches the y axis. So that means here we have to find the coordinates of x axis and coordinate of y axis. Here it is given is midpoint is given, but we have to find out this point and this point. So already we learnt in the coordinate geometry that so when the point is on the x axis, the x coordinate of a point axis is 0. That means here we can take it as a 0, y. Then here when we take the point, it lies on the x axis, means y coordinate of a point is 0. So that means we can take it as a x, 0. So I will take it as a and here I will take it as p. So after that what we have to do? So we have to apply the midpoint formula. So that is consider a of x, 0 and b of 0, y are the points lies on x and y axis respectively. So that means these two becomes the coordinates of either side of the midpoint p of 2, minus 3. So then apply midpoint formula. So midpoint formula. So from the midpoint formula, p of 2, minus 3. That is 2, minus 3. It's a midpoint already given. So we have to write x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. Yes. So then we have to insert all the values. 2, minus 3. Here x1, y1, x2, y2. X plus 0 by 2. X plus 0 by 2. And here 0 plus y by 2. 0 plus y by 2. So that means 2, minus 3 is equal to x by 2 and y by 2. So let us take individually. So here in this part, in part of 2 we have x by 2 and minus 3 in place of minus 3 we have y by 2. Those two are equal. So we have to equate that one. So 2 is equal to x by 2. 2 is equal to, or x by 2 is equal to 2. Then y by 2 is equal to minus 3. So that one, so x is equal to, I will transpose this 2 to the RHS side, it becomes 2 into 2. Then y is equal to minus 3 into 2. So then x is equal to 4 and y is equal to minus 6. Then what is the coordinates? So the coordinates are a of x, 0 is equal to a of 4, 0. Then b of 0, y is equal to b of 0, minus 6. Just observe, this is the first quadrant, plus comma plus. Here it is plus comma minus 6. That is, it's a fourth quadrant. So this is about the problem, how to solve this type of problems based on midpoint formula. So let us move on to the next problem. Yes, the last problem of this chapter. So the problem tells us that find the ratio in which y-axis divides the line segment joining the points 5, minus 6 and minus 1, minus 4. Also find the point of intersection. So here in this case we have to find the ratio as well as the point of intersection. So firstly I will consider those 2 points. Consider A of 5, minus 6 and B of minus 1, minus 4, and also ratio. I will take the ratio as k:1. So, and ratio B k:1 here. So when we have k is equal to 1 by 2, for example k is equal to 1 by 2 means we can easily take 1 by 2:1, that is 1:2 we can take. So it's a ratio, that means it's a 1 by 2 by 2 by 1 means it's a 1 by 2 only. So it's a 1:2. So we can take easily. So here the unknown value is only 1. So the amount of difficulty is reduced here. So only become k. So when you take m1 and m2, both are become the unknowns here. So that's why I am taking k:1 here. Yes. So let us take the section formula. So from section formula, yes. So section formula we already know that one, m1x2 plus m2x1 divided by m1 plus m2. So I will directly write that one. So m1 and m2, here it is m1, here it is m2. So m1x2, it is x1 y1, x2 y2. So take it as roughly, and then m1 and m2. m1 x2, that means m1 k into minus 1 plus 1 into x1, m1 x2 plus m2 x1, it is 5, divided by m1 plus m2, k plus 1, comma, then. So here m1 y2 k into minus 4 plus 1 into minus 6, 1 into minus 6 divided by k plus 1. Yes. Then simplify this one. Then k into minus 1 means minus k plus 5 divided by k plus 1, comma, minus 4k minus 6 divided by k plus, yes, k plus 1. Here we have the coordinates. Just observe, find the ratio in which y-axis divides the line segment. So here y-axis cuts the line segment. That means at the point of intersection, the y coordinate is having some value, but the x coordinate is 0. So for example, here we have the Cartesian plane means, so here the line cuts means at this point, so we have a coordinates like this, 0, y here. So here the x coordinate is 0. So we can take it as 0, y here. So for that, here x coordinate is 0. Here x coordinate is 0 because line or the y-axis divides, because y-axis divides the line segment, Therefore, what happens here? So this term is 0. So let us take this term, from that is equal to 0. From that we can easily find out the value of k. So that is minus k plus 5 divided by k plus 1 is equal to 0. Then I will take here so here I will transpose this whole term to the RHS side. It will become 0. So that is minus k plus 5 is equal to 0. That is k is equal to 5. So that means here I just transposed minus k to the RHS, it becomes plus k. That is k is equal to 5 here. So we got the value of k here. From the value of k, we can insert into the equation 1. I will take this as equation 1. Substitute this k is equal to 1 in equation 1. We get the point of intersection. So substitute k is equal to 5 in equation 1 here. So just substitute here k is equal to 5. Minus 5 plus 5 divided by 5 plus 1 and minus 4k, minus 4 into 5, minus 4 into 5, minus 6 divided by 5 plus 1, it is 5 plus 1, we have to take 5 plus 1. So this one and this one getting cancelled. So what will remain here? 0. Here it is 0, comma, minus 4 into 5 means minus 20, minus 6 by 6 here. So here we have 0, comma, minus 26 by 6. We have 0, comma, so here minus 13 by 3 is the point of intersection. So we have the point of intersection, that is 0, comma, minus 13 by 3. So here it is the point of intersection, that is the point of intersection. Point of intersection. Yes. So this is about the section formula. So here I will explain you about the section formula and what are the possible problems based on section formula. So I hope you enjoyed this chapter and this concept. I will conclude this chapter here. So those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. You can get the notification very easily. Thank you one and all. Be safe and stay home. Thank you.